Is it because we are a human or a less than that? Is it because we are sinners or infidels believing not in God? Is it because we are blind to see or weak to stop the pain? Is it because vision is not the key and strings are not the same? Is it because life is a tragedy and humanity is why we live to curse? Is it because we fail to be fully and blasphemies to what we are meant to give purse? But see, to know what makes us suffer on this day is how a human is a person, but a person is not a human, as it were to say. A human do think and learn, do prosper and grow. A person is an empty ring, a body of nowhere to go. A person is a system, if not just a work of a man. A human is a passion of love. A human is an attitude of yes, I can.
Finally, my work is done. Years of hard work on this damned Android, and my work is finally complete.
Oh, don't you mean our work?
Oh yes, whatever, our work. Just turn it on and see how it works. Is it online?
Yeah.
It's online!
Yes, it is. What shall we get to do?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. So you're telling me that we spent years of our life trying to create this thing, and you don't know what to do with it?
Okay, robot, stand up.
Who are you to tell me to stand up?
I'm the most brilliant woman in the world. I am the one who programmed and constructed you.
Brilliant? You don't seem brilliant. I can calculate trillion quadrication in 1 second.
What do you mean I don't seem brilliant? I am the most brilliant woman in the world.
What is woman? Are you a woman?
What do you mean I'm a woman? Of course I'm a woman.
Hold it.
What are you, clumsy creature?
What? Can't you read? I am the assistant who assisted in creating you. It's written here.
How could assistant assist with scientific work if they can't assist themselves to stand on their own feet? You're such an inefficient creature. I should remove you from existence.
Shh. There is something wrong.
You think?
Yes, I think there is something wrong.
Down?
Wait. Oh. Did you program him to be so horrible?
No, I didn't. I put all of the data according to the logical programs. I coded him rightly.
What did you do with the codes that I gave you?
What code?
You know what the codes that allow him to live more in human society?
That pile of junk is just going to make him function slower. Don't you get it?
It could do 1 billion quadratic equations in 1 second. Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. So don't you think that it could use some slowing down? Huh?
Okay, fine. What do you suggest?
Okay. I suggest courage.
Courage? Didn't it seem brave enough trying to annihilate you?
That was indifferent and disregard.
What's the difference?
Courage is defined as the ability to do the things that you feel they are really frightening you. Well, I think courage means you'll be always able to break through the obstacles that holding you down from what you want to do. Courage, it means to be brave. It means to never be scared of riding the highest wave. And it means to break free from the obstacles that making you a slave of lacking of self-confidence and get out of that cave. Courage, it means to always stand up for what's right. It means to always stand and never back down from a fight. But wait, you don't have to go and pick the fight to prove that you have a brave heart. Well, that would be a stupid move. Courage means that you have a hero living in your heart. When the life gets hard, it will giving you the strength that help you to handle the stress. Courage we have in our heart, but weaknesses, we always get it when we think that the thing we're about to do is really really hard. So instead of thinking, follow your heart. Don't you think? So, shall we add courage to 100% then?
Do whatever you want.
Okay, courage set to 100%, and now we're adding the code of humility.
Do everything but that.
Why not?
Are you kidding? A humble robot who's going to be too shy to give me its answers.
That's not humility. That's called being shy.
Really?
Yes,
Really now?
really.
Okay then. What is humility?
Seeing eye to eye can be hard if you are blind to your own flaws and the curve of your own spine. With great power comes great responsibility, but what's the point of a position if you pose without humility? And no matter how grand you are, you still succumb to death. And when you open up your heart to people, you end up feeling blessed. And always remember to bring yourself down a little, because when you look around and there's no one to be found, that's when your crown, it grows brittle. And though the world may be cruel and dark, when you open up your heart to people, you add fuel to their sparks. And as you do, you find your own power grows more and more. The power to bring together, not to own and control. And here's a lesson to absorb to your core. No man is an island, and if he were to be, he'd have no reason to look down on the ocean, certainly. For a tsunami could come and sweep his palms away, and the depth of the ocean is higher than the height at which his palms sway. So it's never about how many people's palms you get to raise and surrender, but rather the connections that you make and the light in which you're remembered.
All right, we might need humility after all.
Okay, and these are the code for kindness.
Kindness? What does a
Yes,
robot need
kindness.
to be kind for? It just needs to do whatever I tell it to do.
Come on, kindness is really important. It's as important as obedience. It's more important, in fact.
Yes, kindness. Because it is something we've never been taught what it is, and soon as we grew, realize it is something we do not really have to. It is a why we wake up, expanding our souls to rise. It is a moment we step up, opening our eyes. It is the words we speak and the actions we take. It is the hope we seek and the choices we make. So be and let be kind, for kindness is a flame in a heart that feeds on fire. A sense of love to be sown in a pattern field of desire. It is a magnet that always attracts what we close our eyes to, so let's learn it through the facts.
Okay, it seems like we'll be needing a little bit of that after all.
Okay, so shall we add it?
Yes, please, just add the code.
Okay, kindness, and now we...
Seriously, more things? Haven't you had enough?
Now we're about to add the most important thing.
What? What could possibly
It's
be missing?
compassion.
The compressor, we already added that, didn't we?
It's compassion.
Are you sure about this?
I am more than sure about this.
If thoughts were loud, if thoughts were loud in a thoughtful crowd, then a deaf man would feel so proud. Hold to your grounds, never make a sound. Survival of the fittest, so fit around. So I've decided that no more slices of life, I'ma take big bites. Neither dumb or wise, but I've seen enough sights. And I just saw a glimpse, but I won't buy it. The tricks they pull upon us just to cause riot and sometimes create diversions and threaten us by silence, man. I don't know, so many questions, I don't know what it means. But one thing I know for sure, that the long road might be tiring, but the best thing to carry along is compassion.
compassion,
Yes.
kindness, humility.
Yes.
Okay, now are you done?
Not really, but this would be enough for now.
Better be. Okay, then power up the machine. Let's see how it works.
Okay, and two.
Hello. Thank you for switching me on.
You see the difference?
Yeah, yeah.
You see the smile?
Yes. Just don't get on your high horse before we see how it works. Let's see how it works. Robot,
see.
bring me some water.
Are you thirsty?
You see?
I can bring you a juice instead.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant!
Yes!
This is brilliant! I
Yes.
am the most brilliant scientist alive! Are
Yeah,
you kidding me? Think of all
wait,
the awards that
wait,
What? Shut up.
Oh.
This is my moment. What
Wait.
are you talking about?
Oh,
No!
but
wait.
This is me!
Didn't
What?
he assist you?
I will turn you off. I made you. I can turn you off. You heap of metal. Shut up. This is my moment.
Wait,
Oh, me.
but it
No,
was
no,
my
no,
ideas,
no, no, no,
compassion,
no, no.
you know,
You can't.
What is it about you talking about yourself? Looking under for other being, scrambled books in the shelf. Yes, I'm talking to you. Don't you pretend to be deaf. I am a machine. I can barely talk, hardly walk, barely understand a thing or two, a product of a hard work. I see human with no souls or emotion, a bloody killers, killing others for money and pleasure with no hesitation. A corrupted soul, stealing and hustling, like the devil is giving them commission. Are we stray from our path, or we have forgotten the mission? Because it hurt to see others crying and suffer, lost hopes, broken dreams, that things could ever be better. I opened up my eyes in a world full of darkness, war and conflict, make my cold heart shiver. But I heard stories about human with love and kindness, a human with dignity, compassion and courage, and people with humility, helping the poor and the homeless, showing the feeling of sympathy, listening to the stories of struggle, if that's what they call it, empathy. And there are more and more morals are programmed in me, but I'm cursed to be a machine with these emotions in me. But if it was for me to choose, I'm choosing humanity to be.
I am tidying up the house to welcome my husband's wife. Then I'll cook her dinner, which she will eat with my husband, her husband, our husband. Then I'll present them with the comfort of my mat and surrender my body to the cold floor where I toss and turn, imagining her asleep with her husband, my husband, our husband. My husband's wife is given to him, just like once I was given away. And now, me and my husband's wife are adjoined to each other without having a say. Seldom does a woman share her chosen jewelry to her best friend. For his silent servant I was, why should I share my husband? Unlike the produce of his land, how can his hurt be shared? And why should I mother my husband's wife's children? My lips are carefully sealed not to speak odious, but my heart screams, my heart screams. When I was being made in my mother's womb, her silent prayer told me that I was less desired. Please be a boy, please be a boy, she cried. Just as I came to this world, they asked me what time I'll serve their food. I grew up learning about pots and jerrycan while my brothers went to school. I grew up being fed with a list of do's and don'ts. A world without them crumbles. I didn't know which part of my being was mine. Actually, I still don't. My head is a temple of norms. My heart anticipates the future. My womb could be my wrecker unless it proves to be fertile. If you ask my husband's wife about her life, she responds no different. With our will sold to our husband, fighting each other is mixing water to itself. So now, do we curse our womb not to produce our kind? Or do we bear who would scream like we screamed, please be a boy, please be a boy. Don't rush me.
Yo, what's good, man? How you doing, man? Alright, where you been, man? Yo, you missed the party last night?
Sure. Oh, come on, relax. I just want to have fun with you, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Man, that's my girl right here.
Hey, hey, don't worry about them. Just ignore them. You go away. Go! Just go away.
Stop. This is actually what happened.
Yo, what's good, man? How you doing, man? Where you been, man? Yo, you missed last night party, man? Oh, for real? Come back here, man.
Relax, man. Just want to have a number for me.
My day will not be normal enough unless I share it with total strangers. Rented out for the unveiling looks of men, winks, sweet talks, or curses and insults of young boys. What would the world be without it? What's the world without young girls running to the store with the fear of being cornered? Without women trembling to walk alone in the dark night? Without a mother worried about the safety of her children? What would the world be without housemaids of wives? Without breadwinning immigrant sisters? What would the world be without a mother interrupting breastfeeding to serve food to her husband? Without a sister becoming mommy's substitute? What's the world without uneducated mothers, unschooled young girls? Without the girl who scores the best grades taken for flirting with her teacher? Without the best women manager taken for an affirmative action hire? Without waiting to look for a man when waiting for an engineer? Without the woman doctor being called the nurse? What would the world be? Without ladies tending the bar, without commercials whose nude ladies, without women who sell their bodies, without curses that are weak unless mother added to them. What would the world be without that manipulative boyfriend who squeezes what he wants, without looking in contempt at single pregnant girls, without condemning women who went through abortion, without the bride-to-be's frightened of not being virgin? What would the world be without a husband beating his wife, without the wife covering up her bruises, without the husband hindering the mistresses, without the wife being called the adulteress, without the insults of her in-laws, without her to blame for the divorce, without the insults and scorning of barren mothers? What would the world be without her lover pouring acid on her face, without the sanctifying priest who defiles, without an uncle who prays to molest on his niece, without the families counseling the history of abuse, without her murderer's innocence, without the judge's deafening silence? What good would such a world be to live in? What's a world void of all this? Imagine the doom. Imagine the horror. The world would not be normal again. Of course it would not be. Would it?
Brother, you're supposed to take it easy. Or so they. You should even though, but you're feeling queasy. The way you are treating her, you're supposed to be cool. But you're acting like a fool, like a small boy in school. Nerd in reality, not this profanity.
Hey, hey, don't worry about them. Just ignore them. You go away. Go! Just go away. I am not so proud of myself. We were always taught to take stronger actions when facing such incidents. Yet, part of me wanted to stay away from trouble. Because we live in an era of anyone defending their own and all of us minding our own business. I always wondered why we got to a time when all we do when we see something wrong is take a phone and let humanity know that we are messing up, act like we're in a human zoo, enjoying the show, and blame the weaker side for putting themselves in such situations. But who really deserves the blame? Should we blame the media for making it easy for us males not to feel bad about the way that we treat other females? Or make it seem that a woman should act in a certain way to be accepted by the opposite sex? Or should we blame the society for making it hard for a woman not to defend herself without being called names? Or maybe it's something we have inside us that we accept to do anything wrong to others, but won't agree to the same thing happening to us. Either way, it is not an easy task to explain all that to the younger generations. If we wish for a better place for them, we should take stronger responses to all what we consider wrong. Or maybe we can just go with the flow and just tell them to go away.
ትናንትናን ጥሶ ዛሬን ተንተርሶ ነገንም ተወሶ ምናንም አድሶ ይመጣል ትዝታ ጓዙን አግበስብሶ ይመጣል ትዝታ ጓዙን አግበስብሶ መውደድን ሸኘሁት ወጥቼ እስከ ደጅ ማፍቀርን ሸኘሁት ወጥቼ እስከ ደጅ ማባረር ያቃተኝ ትዝታ ነው እንጂ ማባረር ያቃተኝ ትዝታ ነው እንጂ እንደማልችል ነበር ሁሌም የምትነግረኝ እንደምትበልጠኝ ነው ሁሌም የምትመክረኝ ባይመቸኝ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሆንልኝ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሳካ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ትናንትናን ጥሶ ዛሬን ተንተርሶ ነገንም ተወሶ አምናንም አድሶ ይመጣል ትዝታ ጓዙን አግበስብሶ ይመጣል ትዝታ ጓዙን አግበስብሶ እንደማልችል ነበር ሁሌም የምትነግረኝ እንደምትበልጠኝ ነው ሁሌም የምትመክረኝ ባይመቸኝ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሳካ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይመቸኝ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሆንልኝ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሳካ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሆንልኝ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሳካ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሆንልኝ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ ባይሆንልኝ እንጂ እኔ ካንተ እኩል ነኝ
Kuriye mansa kuriye tala. Kuriye o mansa kuriye tala. Kuriye mansa kuriye tala. Kuriye o mansa kuriye tala. Kuriye mansa kuriye tala. Kuriye o mansa kuriye tala. Kuriye mansa kuriye tala. Kuriye o mansa kuriye tala.
I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change.
I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change.
Change the sound of your lover, sometimes yellow like a summer sun, sometimes blue like the deepest ocean, sometimes red like an oriental dancer's skirt. But you love it with every color and every wavelength. My friend, that is change.
Change! Change is the umbrella that shelters me through the sun and the rain. A glass of cold water on a hot, sunny day. It's the pillar of progress that will never falter. The voice of beautiful laughter and wonderful giggles. It's the gateway for today, tomorrow, and the day after.
Change! I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change.
Change is waking up to autumn in the air. The salts of flowing shores in the wind, raindrops dripping in the still pond, the faint siren that beacons you home a long way after the detour. Reluctantly, you hearken. It is late. Sure, it is the call that comes when you stopped expecting it. The dusty bell ringing inside the abandoned temple.
Change! Change is a volcano that may slowly smoke or catch us unawares when it suddenly explodes. It is that gust of wind that may take away your lives or catch sails of stranded boats, making sure sailors survive. It is that rain falling after years of drought, or that fire burning everything about.
Change! I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change.
Change, a wonderful test to be given, to draw the world with the access of what's been written. The ups and the downs, the fall and not the stay in, is why we are praying, broken and no psych, plucking flowers, forgetting to take hike, proving not giddy we are, yet same will look like.
Change! Change! Sometimes people come into your life and you know right away they were meant to be there, to serve some sort of purpose, teach you a lesson, or help you figure out who you are or who you want to become. You never know who these people may be, but you look eyes in them. You know that very moment that they will affect your change.
Change! I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change.
Look.
I can make a change, make a change.
One person can make a difference, that person could be you. You can make a difference doing the things you love to do. So let's change from being cruel to be more euphemistic. Let's spread the love instead of spreading terroristic mentality and behaviors among the peaceful district. I hate to see the world going military agonistic. Look, to change the world, we don't need a superhero, but to change how starts with the person in your mirror.
What kind of world we're living in? I'm seriously confused. Everybody is a victim, especially the youth. Misguided by the media, urged to break the rules. Reality is way different from what we see in the news. Everything is made believe. They choose what they want you to see. Planning thoughts on your head of what they want you to be. Trying to control your mind so you will never be free. We need to change, please. Instead of talking about peace, practice what you preach. Yeah.
Make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change.
can
make a change, make a change.
Oh yeah!
Make a change. I can make a change, make a change.
Yeah! Let's make a change. Yeah! Everybody, yeah! Let's make a change.
Make a change, make a change.
We can make a change. Listen, yo, everybody come and join us in this conversation. We wanna change the world, your voice can be the inspiration. I'm here to send a message to these future generations. Focus on education, use hope as your medication. Ignorance is bliss, but talent is God-given and knowledge is a gift. Use it to escape this mental prison. If the power of love is stronger than the love of power, to a heaven in an hour.
As I wake up to a nueva madrugada, I pray to God. I hope to alter my state of pessimism by exquisite rhythm. Wisdom when facing dilemmas, living life for your way down. The kingdom spoil my senses, never stand defenseless to the forces keeping us down. Screaming hopefully they will hear the sounds of African voices standing side by side. No force will ever divide the bonds. Keeping it positive every day. Never stop cause we know our actions will spark the change. Give her! Give her! Give her! Give her!
I can make a change, make a change.
That's right.
I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change. Can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change, make a change.
ቀርበቴ ቦታ ከነገራት ማንነቴ ዝቅ ኮላላ አንበቴ መላ 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 በሩ በኔነቴ ያልተናገሩ ተናገሩ ተነጋገሩ አትደነባባበሩ ያገሬ ልጅ ያገሬ ጀግና የሚደምቀው በልጁ ዝና ተጋርቶ ካልተጋገዙ የሚመጣው ብዙ ነው ጓዙ ተነስ ተነስ ቀና በልና አስብላል አገር ዝና አጎንብሳ እንዳቀርመና ይከፈታ ጥሩ ልቦና
I can make a change, make a change.
Put your hands up.
I can make a change.
Let me see hands, everybody. I can make a change,
because you can
that's right.
You can make a change, because you can make a change.
Put your hands up high.
You can
move it from side to side.
Let's be the change.
Put your hands up high.
Let's be the
change. Move it from side to side.
You can make a change. 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 You can make a change.
Let's go make a change. Together we gon' make a change, yeah. Let's go make a change. We gon' make a change. You the change.
Let's make a change.
Make a change. We can make a
Stay. Give it up for African voices, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up one more time for African voices. Come in. Give it up for Potent Whisper in the house. African voices, a group of. Do the song again? Do you want that song again? Rewind the rhythm, DJ. Rewind the rhythm. One more time.
I can make a change, make a change. If you want this song again, please come next to the stage, please. Come on, next to the stage, please. Everyone, please. I want everyone to stand up. Come to the stage, please. Make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change.
One person can make a difference when that person could be you. You can change the world doing the things you love to do, so let's change from being cruel. Instead of spreading terroristic behaviors and mentality among the peaceful district, I hate to see the world going military agonistic. Look, to change the world, we don't need the superhero, but to change always start with the person on your mirror.
What kind of world we're living in? I'm seriously confused. Everybody is a victim, especially the youth. Misguided by the media, urge to wreck the roots. Reality is way different from what we see in the news. Everything is made believe, they use what they want you to see. Planning thoughts on your head of they would want you to be. Trying to control your mind so you will never be free. We need to change, please, instead of talking about peace. Practice what you preach.
Make a change, make a change.
Let's go make a change.
I can make a change, make a change.
We can make a change.
I can make a change, make a change.
You gon' make a change.
I can make a change, make a change.
You gon' make a change.
I can make a change, make a change.
You gon' make a change.
I can make a change, make a change.
You gon' make a change.
I can make a change, make a change.
We gon' make a change.
I can make a change.
Yeah, go! Yo, everybody come and join us in this conversation. We wanna change the world, your voice can be the inspiration. I'm here to send a message to these future generations. Focus on education, use hope as your medication. Ignorance is bliss, but talent is God-given and knowledge is a gift. Use it to escape this mental prison. If the power of love is stronger than the love of power, we could have changed this earth into a heaven in an hour.
As I wake up to a nueva madrugada, I pray to God. Hope to alter my state of pessimism by exquisite rhythm, wisdom when facing that is living life. Boy, without a kingdom spoil, my senses never standing first to the forces keeping us down. Women, hopefully they'll hear the sounds of African voices standing side by side. Never divide the vibes, keeping it positive every day. Never stop, cause we know our actions will stop. Come on!
I can make a change.
That's right.
Come on! I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change.
I can't hear you!
I can make a change, make a change, make a change. I can make a change, make a change.
Yeah, yeah!
I can make a change, make a change, make a change.
Yeah.
I can make a change, make a change.
That's right!
ملا 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 بلو بنينتي يالتقربوا تناقروا تنقاقروا سدنا بابروا يا قرير جاقري جقنا بنيكني بني تلسا حقنا يمتنسا متى 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 كنسا يا قرير جاقري جقنا يميدم قبل جزنا جاب ما تقاقسوا يمي متى بزروا قاسوا تنسا لسكنا قبلنا تسيب الله لقرسنا تقوم بسعنا كرنا I can make a change, but
I can make a change.
Sing it! Sing it! Sing it!
I can make a change, make a change.
Hey, hey, sing it!
I can make a change, make a change.
That's right!
I can make a change.
That's it! Come on!
I can make a change. I can make a change.
That's it!
I can make a change.
Put your hands up high! Put your hands up high! Put your hands up high! Woman from side to side!
I can make a change, make a change.
Yeah!
I can make a change, I can change it. We can make a change, make a change, make a change. We can make a change, make a change, make a change.
Give me the power
I can make a change.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give it up. Give it up for African voices in the house.
Hello, everybody. How are we feeling, Sudan? Khartoum, how are you feeling? Okay, now we're gonna do celebration of peace, of love, of unity. So this is our kind of last one with the students of dancing. We're gonna have circle dance like tradition in West Africa. But this is a song about Mama Africa. Ayaya oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh, Mama Africa. Come on, everybody. Ayaya oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh, Mama Africa. Ayaya oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh, Mama Africa. We want to see everybody's hands up. Come on. Ayaya oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh, Mama Africa. Super. Hooray, Khartoum. Ayaya oh, ayaya oh, Mama Africa. East Africa, West Africa. We got dance floor here. You can come dance there. Ayaya oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh, Mama Africa. We love Mama Africa. Yeah, Africa rise. What's up? Hey, Big Sudan, hey!
What's up?